Hey, what's up everybody? This is TwoTailedCaperer here. Today I'm not bringing you an anime unboxing, I'm bringing you something else from Japan. This is one of my favorite things ever. This is the live-action Resident Evil movies. This is the new Japanese release that I think came out about 2 months ago. It's called the Biohazard, the Ultimate Blu-ray Ultimate Complete Box. So this is the new release from Japan. I was actually going to get the United States version, but that's basically just a Blu-ray case with all 6 discs inside. This is something really special, so I didn't mind paying extra. I bought this from CD Japan with the 3 to 6 day priority mail shipping included. It cost about $160 US, so I think it was a good price for. You get a lot of content with this. I'm not sure exactly what special features come with the United States edition. If anyone knows, then definitely leave me a comment. But we're going to get into this box set here. So, again, this is the brand new release. Just came out a couple months ago. So, it is called the Biohazard. That's what Resident Evil is called in Japan. And again, these are the live-action movies starring Milla Jovovich. Oddly enough, despite the box saying Biohazard on the outside, all of the discs are branded as Resident Evil when you put them into... If you have like a PS3 or PS4 or any Blu-ray player that tells you what's inside, what the disc is, it'll say Resident Evil or Resident Evil Apocalypse. It won't say Biohazard. So even though you're missing out on the Resident Evil name on the box by getting this set, you're still getting all the discs that say Resident Evil. Of course, all the menus and things are in Japanese, so it's a little wonky to get around if you don't speak Japanese like I do, but you should be able to figure it out once you tinker around for a bit. Now, this is probably the best part of this box set is inside of this here. This is like the laser room from the first movie, and actually the scenes happens a lot in almost every movie. It seems like there's always some kind of laser chasing the characters, and I always thought, like, when I first got this, I was like, why the hell are there just holes on top of the box? That's so cheap. But they're there because you need to let light in. Otherwise, you won't be able to see inside of the box here. Because there's actually a really cool feature. So, this... I'm probably going to have to pause it. But this is a clear plastic slip on the outside. It's got the laser grid on this side, and it's got Alice on this side. So I'm going to pause this and get this out of here so we can show you guys what the set does. Okay, so I got the slip off. Again, laser grid on this side, Alice on this side. So what happens is, you insert it in Alice side first, into the laser room. Get in there, you bastard. And then, I got a flashlight here so we can see what it's like. Then if you look inside, I'm going to try and get the light in there. You can see the Alice is inside the laser room, so it's like recreating that scene from the movie. So I thought this was really cool. It's kind of hard to see, so I apologize for that. Trying to get the light in here. This is like the strongest flashlight I could find, but damn it, sorry. All right, we're back. I hate getting phone calls while I'm doing videos. But yeah, you can kind of see. I mean, it's difficult to see. Don't get me wrong. It's especially on camera, but you know, you can see what they're going for. I think it would be really cool if you attached like maybe some LED lights inside of these holes at the top here, so those would shine into the box when you turn them on. It might be kind of hard to set up, and I definitely won't be doing anything like that because I suck at arts and crafts. But let's get into the rest of the set. This is the box that holds the digipack for the series and the booklet. It's got Biohazard on that side. And on that side, you've got Alice. I think this is from the first movie because she's got her hair is kind of clean cut and she's got the leather jacket on. And then this is obviously artwork from the last movie. I can use this red, black, and white color scheme. It looks really nice for the series. Now, honestly, the only gripe I have with this is that the materials they used to make this set feel kind of cheap. Like this thing here slides right out of the box. I really don't know if it's supposed to have any purpose. I mean, it's got some cool artwork on it. Looks kind of like a spiral. And you got a bunch of screenshots from the show in here. But I mean, it's obviously just to pad out the box. It's got these things on it like L and R's on the other one, on the other flap. So it seems like it's supposed to build something, but it doesn't have any folds lines or cut lines or anything on it, so I don't have no idea what it's supposed to do. So we'll put this aside for now. It basically just pads out the box. This is the digipack that holds everything here. I'll get into that in a bit. This is the booklet of Biohazard, the story of Alice Biohazard saga. This is the only English you can find on this booklet, for the most part. Everything's in Japanese, so I can't read it. But just look at some nice artwork, some screenshots on it. So it's another step up over the United States version, as usual. Interview, probably with Milla. I really love these movies. I know they're awful. I know they're cheesy and corny. And here's an interview with Ali Larder. She plays Claire. I know they shit all over the game story and just turn all the game characters into Alice's little sidekicks. But I can't help it. I love the action. I love the cheesiness. Like, characters keep dying and coming back all the time. I love it. I love every second of these horrible movies, and I don't know why. But, you know, they're just fun to watch. They're just fun to put on and just be entertained for an hour and a half while you just sit there and absolute madness goes on screen. It's the best thing ever. I haven't actually watched the final chapter yet. From what I understand, basically shits all over whatever they set up in the last 5 movies in the first 5 minutes. Like, Dr. Ashford is supposed to have created a T-virus. That's what they established in the second movie. And he has a daughter named Angela, who is the basis for the Red Queen. See, there's Dr. Ashford right there, and there's Angela. But by the beginning of the first movie, the last movie rather, they start saying Dr. Marcus created the T-virus. So, like, who's Dr. Marcus? It's like, oh, and the Red Queen was based on this character, his daughter Alicia. I'm like, who the hell's Alicia? And then Dr. Isaacs and Dr. Isaacs and Wesker kill Dr. Marcus before the events of the first movie even happen. And it's like, okay, if Dr. Ashford is Dr. Marcus now, how the hell is he supposed to have even been in the second movie? Like, they just set themselves up with a giant plot hole, or like a giant I can't even think of the word, but they just basically destroy all of the plot. Here's the disc content. So instead of the United States version, which has 6 discs, this one has 10. So I'll basically go over what each of these has on it later when we're actually looking at the discs. But, you know, this is a nice set. You get a bunch of stuff in here. Here's a Biohazard history for the games. Biohazard HD Remaster 0, Biohazard 2, and all of them actually have different titles. Like, we called Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. This one's Biohazard 3 Last Escape, Biohazard 4, Biohazard Code Veronica, Biohazard Revelations. And honestly, the title of Biohazard just makes more sense. Like, Resident Evil, you always kind of think, oh, they're going to be trapped in a house with zombies and evil things. But Biohazard just makes more sense. Like, that's why they go to all these different locations, because it's just about a biohazard and the horror that brings. Or the action, if you're talking about 4, 5, and 6. But, still like all the games. Probably one of my favorite game franchises behind Tomb Raider. Special interview, and it's all in Japanese, so I can't read it. But, you know, we're just taking a quick flip through the book. It's a rant about the stupid-ass stories in these. Yeah, that's basically the end of the booklet here. You see Biohazard, Biohazard 2, Apocalypse. That's what I actually like about the set. When the American releases, they were just called Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, which this doesn't even show Extinction here. Resident Evil Afterlife, Retribution, and Resident Evil The Final Chapter. They just called that one Biohazard The Final. But it gets really difficult to know which is which if you're just getting into it. It's like, oh, okay, I watched Resident Evil. Is it time for Resident Evil Extinction or Afterlife next? You know, you have to look it up on Wikipedia or something. But this has all the numbers except for the final, which is obviously the final. Yeah, so that's the booklet. It's pretty nice. Be better if I could read Japanese, but I don't. This is the digipack. Again, the actual material here feels a bit flimsy, but we have nice artwork of Alice. She's got kind of like a skull motif going on with her gun. Nice leather glove there. And I think she's got the umbrella logo in her eye, but I don't want to try and mess with my camera's focusing. Here's all the info on the back for Biohazard, Biohazard 2. Oops. So this is what I mean with the my phone focusing. I hate it so much. Alright, so we got Biohazard, Biohazard 2. Honestly, this text is way too small to zoom in on, but we'll open this up here. So inside of this page, there's a little flap with a bunch of extra like advertisements and stuff. This is a sticker that came on the front. Something to do with fighting girls or something. I have no idea what this is. It seems really dumb. Yeah, fightinggirl.jp. So if you want to go to that website, they probably have some kind of weird like girls fighting champion or something. It doesn't make sense why it's on here if it is. This is something kind of cool. I just don't have the patience for it. This is like a card that you can fold and punch out and stuff like that, and it'll stand up on its own. So you'll have Alice here, and the zombies will all be behind her, like here. So it sets up like a nice little scenery thing. I don't have a place to put it all set up. I don't have the patience to deal with it. So it's just going to sit in the plastic. New Biohazard, well, new Resident Evil CG movie coming out this year, Resident Evil Vendetta. This is going to be the first appearance of Rebecca Chambers in like 10 years, I want to say. Maybe even longer. Besides Resident Evil 5, that doesn't count. See, there she is. It looks like she still has the same exact haircut and outfit, but it does look like she's aged a little bit. Should be interesting. I really like Rebecca. I want to see what happened with her. Here's an advert for, I guess, the Resident Evil box and the Underworld's complete box. I think they're made by the same people. Paul W.S. Anderson. Yeah, so there's the Resident Evil box. Shows the laser room and the booklet and everything. Stop it. This, Don't Breathe. I think that's a new horror movie about the blind guy. That one looked really interesting, and actually got some good reviews. I was surprised. Kind of wanted to see that. I also want to see that new Cloverfield movie. Cloverfield Street, whatever the fuck it's called. This here, I have no idea what this is for. This is that fightinggirl.jp again. It looks like it might be some kind of contest to win a TV or a PS4. I have no idea. I'm not interested, so I'm gonna move on from that. This is another advert. Looks like we got Alice here, sporting her Resident Evil Apocalypse getup. These other two characters, I have no idea. And oddly enough, an advert for the new Ghostbusters movie with the female cast. I saw that actually. The special effects were terrible. Like they jump out of the black border, like you know it's supposed to have been in 3D. They're really bad. Resident Evil 7 promo, or Biohazard 7, sorry. I love the typography that they use for these. Like the Resident Evil with the I, the VII, and then the Biohazard with the 7. Just great. So there's that. So now we can get into the box, because that takes care of all those advertising things here. So this is the DVD box. We got Biohazard written under there with tons and tons of screenshots from the movies. And we have Alice here. I think this must be the final chapter outfit, because I haven't seen this yet. Got her most famous quote in here. "My name is Alice. I used to work for the Umbrella Corporation." She says that at the beginning of every movie, except the first one, I think. So here's the disc. They all use this kind of, it's like a yellow or a gold color scheme. Really nice. So this one's got Michelle Rodriguez's character Rain on the first one, because this is the first movie. Biohazard 2 Apocalypse shows Jill on the front cover. And again, whenever you start these discs up, they're going to come up and say Resident Evil Apocalypse or Resident Evil, and it'll have the original artwork on here. You know, the red with Alice with the gun and her whoops, her peeking out from behind. So that's nice. When you watch the movies, it always does say the Resident Evil is the title, not Biohazard. The system menus in Japanese, so they're kind of hard to navigate. But you'll get the hang of it if you get this. So again, this is Jill, Biohazard 2 Apocalypse. The disc 3 is on my PS4, but it has Carlos on it, and it says Biohazard 3. Japanese lettering. I'm pretty sure that means extinction. This is Biohazard 3's bonus disc. This has Claire on it. Biohazard 4 Afterlife. This is a Blu-ray 3D. So it does include the 2D version of the movie also, but it has the 2D and the 3D version basically. I'm not sure if you can play this on a player that doesn't support 3D Blu-rays, but the PS4 does. Pretty sure. I don't know if the PS3 does or not, but the PS4 supports this, so I'm good on this. But you may want to get a 3D Blu-ray player. Also, this movie was filmed in 3D, so I'm sure the effects look amazing. Biohazard 5 Retribution, also 3D and 2D support on this disc. You may need a 3D Blu-ray player. Biohazard Revolution bonus disc. Biohazard The Final. This is the 2D version of the movie, which also has some bonus features on it. Biohazard The Final. This is the 3D version of the movie. So it just has 3D, and I don't think this has any bonus features at all. And then this is an extra bonus feature disc for the Biohazard The Final. It's got Dr. Isaacs on it. So we'll take him off so we can see all the screenshots behind him. This is just the word Biohazard. So, I mean, because I'm such a huge fan of these movies, I was quite happy paying the $160 and getting the whole collection on Blu-ray. Because I had a few DVDs before. I never had all the Blu-rays. So I was happy getting this. Seems like a good price. Again, there's tons of bonus content on these. I think there's like at least an hour's worth of bonus content for disc 1 alone. And all of that bonus content is in English with optional Japanese subtitles. And they'd even let you turn the Japanese subtitles off. So you can just watch the English subtitles. English special features, rather. All the special features are in English. From what I've seen, all the ones on Biohazard 3 are in English as well. You just have to turn the Japanese features off. So it's probably the same for all of these. Maybe not Biohazard The Final. But if it comes to that, I mean, at that point, I can just pick up a separate disc for Biohazard. I would get the Steelbook that Best Buy has out now. There's some nice artwork on it. But anyway, that was the Biohazard complete box set. You can get it on Amazon.co.jp. I don't think Amazon themselves sell it there, but you could probably get it from a third-party seller. You can get it on CD Japan or any place probably that you get Japanese goods if they carry it. I really love this set. I wish the materials were a bit more sturdy, but other than that, I think it's a great collection. Great action movies, cheesy plots, but great action. If you like these movies, I think this is a great set to buy. So that should be the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.